Hey, what's up, Sailor Guardians? Welcome to my YouTube channel all about Sailor Moon news, merch reviews, and how-tos. And sometimes I talk about other fandoms, which is exactly what I'm doing today. I recently took this amazing 19-day trip to Japan for cherry blossom season. I've been out there like 7 times. Never seen Sakura season in Japan until now. It was something I was avoiding because of the tourism, because of the crowds, and I knew it would be more expensive to travel during cherry blossom season. But me and my best friend were like, you know, it's finally time. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go out there, see the sakura. We're gonna have our own hanami, and we're gonna buy all the things. So we pretty much bought all of Tokyo, and I have all sorts of really fun fandoms to show you. This entire video is not dedicated to Sailor Moon. It's dedicated to my other fandoms. So I have chapters down below, so you can actually skip in this video to your favorite fandom in case there's one that you're not necessarily into. And some of the items in here are just specifically like Japanese branded items that I really wanted to make sure I picked up while I was in Japan. So let's get started. I'm gonna jump right into the deep side of the swimming pool. I have a whole bunch of items from the Nintendo Museum. Yes, I got to go to the Nintendo Museum. I am posting a video about that as well, and I'm very, very excited. I'm so happy I finally got to go to that. It was really cool, very nostalgic, highly recommend. But they do have a gift shop, and I also picked up a bunch of stuff from Nintendo stores in Tokyo and Kyoto. I want to say Kyoto was the other one I went to. So first, I finally got to learn how to play Hanafuda, which is a card game that Nintendo first released decades ago, and then they started doing video games as we know them. But they have this really cute Hanafuda tote bag, and this thing actually came really, really in handy while I was traveling around Japan because it fits a ton of stuff, and it's very durable, and it's big. It's a very big bag, and it's double lined too, so you're not gonna have a bunch of stuff spilling out of your bag. But I like it because you can tie it yourself. So you can turn this into like a small purse and just carry it on your arm, or you can tie it at the top. I would recommend double knotting it so you have a crossbody bag. So you have multiple ways that you can actually use this, and it works really, really well. Now keep in mind, if you're getting the Hanafuda bag, a bunch of different prints will be on these bags. So mine specifically has Yoshi on the front, and the back of it has Mario. I got Hanafuda cards. I did pick up this pack of Nintendo Hanafuda cards so I can actually play the card game with my friends. These were from the Nintendo store in Kyoto. They had a little bonus item if you signed into your Nintendo account while you were at the store, so I got a little freebie sticker. I also got some Zelda stickers, and I also picked up this really cute little Legend of Zelda Link pouch. I filled this thing with gachapons that I picked up around Japan. So anytime I had coins and we passed a gachapon store, we just like ran into the store and got some cute little gachapons. So I have some Inuyasha gachapons. I got this weird seal that you can squish. I don't know why. This was a Pokemon Center gachapon, a little coin of Flareon. I got this Totoro, little rockin' Totoro. This is from Magic Knight's Ray Earth. It looks like a VHS tape. It's a Magic Knight Ray Earth VHS tape. This cracks me up so much. I love it so much. This is little Mofusand, and my friend gave me this at the very beginning of our trip. It's a little Totoro stone. These are Legend of Zelda Navi drink glasses, and they feature Navi the fairy all over the drink glass itself, and there's a beautiful blue like a fairy fountain down at the bottom of this glass. So I got a Nintendo Store Tokyo shirt as well as the Nintendo Store Kyoto shirt, and these are the exact same shirt, same quality, everything. I got a small size. Now I will say, I actually prefer the Nintendo Store shirts that you can get here in the US at the San Francisco store or the New York store. Those ones are better fitted, so if you want a slim cut, they sell those at the US stores, and they also have a better fabric to them. It's more like a blended fabric as opposed to this one, which feels more like 100% cotton, which is fine too. It's nice and soft, but those ones I feel like they drape better on your body, and they're a little bit thinner so they don't feel as stiff. These ones are more of a unisex cut, which is fine, but I also prefer that slimmer style. So keep that in mind if you are buying Nintendo Store shirts from both the US and Japan. They are going to vary significantly in terms of what style and what quality you're going to get. But now I have I want to say three different Nintendo Store shirts. So I've kind of started a collection accidentally. Okay, the Nintendo Museum has a restaurant. I did not eat in the restaurant because I heard the food is kind of mid, but I kept the menu. I thought the menu was really cute. Also, at the Nintendo Museum, they were selling these official books, these Nintendo Museum official books about the museum itself and about Nintendo. So I purchased the one that is in Japanese. They do sell a English version of this as well, but I wanted the original Japanese one, and then I could just translate it. And just so you know, in case there's bootlegs out there, I don't know if there are, but this book has this see-through rice paper at the very front, and then we have the Nintendo Museum. So this goes through a whole bunch of information about the Nintendo Museum, where it came from, what this building was originally, and it talks about some of the merch that you can get, all the different things that you can do. To be honest, I did not buy a lot of merchandise. I kind of wanted to get some shirts, but I didn't know about the quality of those, so I really need to look it up and find a review before I purchase any of those. But this is cool. Now I have a museum book from the Ghibli Museum as well as the Nintendo Museum. The Nintendo Museum did have some kind of weird limits on merchandise. I understand limits. You need to do that because scalpers exist. But they had some strange limits. For example, there were pin sets for every single one of the consoles that Nintendo has come out with, and I wanted to collect all the pin sets. But if you want a pin set, you have to choose which console you want a pin set for because it's limited to one pin set per person, not one pin set per console, so you could collect them all. It's one pin set per person. I have two just because my husband came with me and I asked him if he would buy me one. So I got the original Nintendo, the NES, and I also got the Super Nintendo. So two of the old school Nintendo consoles that I played when I was a kid. These two bring back a lot of memories. I did get a couple of blind bags as well. These are little blind bag keychains. I opened one of them and I got the original Nintendo controller, which I love. And then I also picked up this one and I want to see what I got. The Virtual Boy. Oh, that's actually really cool. This Nintendo item was on my wish list. It was so important to me and I really wanted to make sure that I was able to get one. I'm trying to collect original Super Famicom Sailor Moon games and I have almost all of them. I'm also trying to collect vintage consoles and controllers. So I ended up grabbing a Super Famicom Nintendo controller, not a bad price at all, 1,300 yen. And I also picked up this, and the price I got this thing for is insane, especially because it includes everything, including the paperwork. The only thing that's missing is the bottom half of the box. So all I need now is a converter so I can hook this up to my 4K TV in my living room, and then I can play Super Famicom games on my big screen TV. I'm so excited about this. I have the cartridges, so I really wanted to get the console that can play the cartridges. I could play them on a Super Nintendo as well, but I don't have a Super Nintendo anymore. I don't know what happened to my original Super Nintendo. I got a Super Famicom. I am so excited. This is probably like the biggest thing on my wish list for Japan from this past trip was finding a Super Famicom. I found this down in Hiroshima. So I found this entire box for 5,500 yen. And usually you find these at like Animate or Yellow Submarine or any of the other video game stores where they resell video games and consoles, and it's like 150 USD. So I got an awesome deal on this thing, and it's supposed to be in working order. So I'm really hoping it's in working order. If it's not, I spent 35 bucks and maybe it doesn't work, but at least I wasn't spending $150 on a console that might not work. So I have the paperwork here. I have the original Nintendo controllers, the Super Famicom controllers, and then we also have the Super Famicom here. I'm so stoked. This thing looks great. It has the original cables, the power plug. It's all ready to go. So all I have to do now is get that converter and try it out. Wish me luck. Now, the only other Nintendo-centric thing that I got, other than going to the Pokemon Center, is this giant controller plushie. At the Nintendo Museum, they sell these giant plushies of the controllers for the different consoles. So I saw like little kids walking around with huge bags with like Nintendo Wii plushie controllers in them, or like Super Famicom controllers or what have you. I just love how big this plushie was. I also thought that if I go back to the Nintendo Museum store and buy other giant plushies, this is the most awkward one. This one is huge, it's awkward, it's weird, it's not gonna fit into your luggage super easily. So my hack for this, I kept the Nintendo Museum bag that it came in. It was huge. I ended up like sitting on the thing and rolling it as small as it could get, pushing out all the air. And then I bought 2 of those IKEA duffel bags with the zipper on the top, the yellow zipper, the blue, big blue IKEA bags. They're like $5. So I bought 2 of them. I stuffed one of those bags inside the other one. And then I stuffed this along with all of my like laundry from the trip into this IKEA duffel bag. And I checked it. I checked it on the way home. So by the time I got home, all I did was, let the air back into this cushion. I let it sit in my living room for a day or 2 so that it would get back to its normal shape. And it was fine. The IKEA bags did not rip, they didn't tear. I double bagged it so they were fine. And then this was in a bag, so I didn't have any issues there. And then I had a little TSA lock on the IKEA duffel zipper. Also awesome. You don't have to pay for the Shinkansen seats that include luggage storage areas. So it also saves me money there, and because they're just little IKEA bags, I don't have to pay for luggage forwarding services from hotel to hotel. So tons of savings if you just want to like pack your laundry into a big duffel bag on the way home. Totally works, highly recommend. So I do collect these books. They're called Goshuin, and on the inside of this, you can get specific seals, special seals from different shrines and temples, and those are called Goshuin. This is a very special way to remember all the different shrines and temples that you visited because they are physically added to your book as stamps with writing that shows the date and the month that you visited all these different temples and shrines, and each one will be different. Some shrines and temples give you laser cut ones. Other ones give you ones that are pre-printed if they're super popular. Other ones will actually write in your Goshuin. So I have a whole bunch in here that are written by the monks or the priests that are working at those shrines and temples. And I just think of it as such a beautiful, beautiful way to remember my different trips to Japan. And this was empty during this trip, and I actually filled up this entire book on both sides. And these books come in a bunch of different styles. So if you don't like this wooden cherry blossom version, a lot of shrines and temples have their own special ones. This one is from the shrine on Miyajima. So this one is from Fushimi Inari Taisha. This is a really beautiful Goshuin that has a really nice cover. One of the things I've been picking up quite a bit of are these much larger Goshuin. So I went to this really cute shrine in Tokyo, which is very much like a local shrine. It wasn't big or anything, but it had this really cute dog just chilling there. His name is Subaru. So I did get some beautiful like double page laser cut Goshuin. I got those, and then I picked up a few from the Togo shrine in Harajuku, and I put those in here too. These feature Sanrio characters because they have a collab with Sanrio, and these were absolutely beautiful. I had to get these gorgeous printed Goshuin. Both of these came from, I think they were from a shrine in, I want to say Kyoto, but you can see like how much art goes into all these different gorgeous Goshuin. And if you're like me and you really appreciate the cultural significance of Goshuin shows and you really want to keep your books in good condition, you can get one of these little bags and put your Goshuin inside of this bag. That way, if you're carrying it from shrine to shrine in Japan and you don't want to get it dirty, you can put it in one of these bags and keep it nice and safe. I love decorating my house with tenugui, so I did pick up a few new tenugui. This one features cherry blossom trees, very pretty. This one has a very similar color aesthetic to it, but it features a tree going up, so that'll be really pretty if it's hung up. And I also picked up this one with a little kitty cat and a little goldfish. It looks like the kitty cat is trying to get out of the water. I love the washi tapes that I was able to find. I got some of these for my bestie as well as myself because I just love the art on these. They're so pretty. These are from Loft, in case you're ever in Tokyo. These fans are from I want to say a temple that I went to in Kyoto. I got 2 of them. They're made out of a nice fabric material and wood. Very, very beautiful. This one features, of course, Mount Fuji, and it has this beautiful blue and purple image to it. And this one features cherry blossoms with a really gorgeous green and pink color aesthetic. Lastly, for the random things that I bought in Japan, this is incense that I got from the Byodo-in temple. These smell amazing and they smell like walking around the temple, which, oh my gosh, I love them so much. My friend also introduced me to this store called Listen, L-I-S-N. This is incense for listeners. It's incense. It's a bunch of different kinds of incense. They have like, I don't know, 300 different types that you can choose from depending on your preference. Also, I highly recommend stopping by stores like Daiso to get yourself some of these little pin holders. These are canned badge holders. They're little plastic cases that you can put your can badges inside of, and you can put this plastic sleeve over your can badge in case you don't want to mess it up, you don't want it to get scratched. Maybe it's embroidered and you don't want the embroidery to get caught on something. This is a great way to keep your vintage can badges looking wonderful in good condition too. So I have a whole bunch of these now. And this is made by a company called Koedo, and I found these over in Animate, one of the Animate stores. They usually have a section near the checkout for like ways to store all your collectibles, your acrylic stands, your clear files, what have you, can badges. And this is for clear files. So this is a binder that you can put your clear files in. It's the perfect size to fit clear files. So if you're like me and you have a collection of clear files, you can store them in these really nice binders. You may have noticed this cherry blossom ring that I picked up is also from Ginza. This is from a store called Atelier Shinji Ginza, I think. It's a store that is in Tokyo, and they have a bunch of really beautiful handmade jewelry. So I picked up this ring, and I went to Jin's. Now this is kind of Sailor Moon as well, but I wanted to show you my new Jin's glasses. So I do have my older Sailor Moon glasses. These frames I've had for a very long time. As you can see here, this is the Sailor Moon frame. I ended up buying all these glasses off of like Mercari or something years and years ago, and I never got my prescription put in them, but I finally remembered, oh, I should take these with me to Japan, go to a Jin store and pay like cents on the dollar in comparison to what I would pay here in the United States for prescription lenses and putting them into frames. So since I had already purchased the frames years ago, I didn't have to buy those again, and I only had to pay for the prescription lenses. And these frames were already in Jin's, I guess, their inventory, so they knew what sizes they were and everything, so no problems in terms of figuring out what size the lenses needed to be. And they look great. They are my prescription, so you saw the first one, those were the Pluto ones. I also wanted to show you the Sailor Uranus glasses. I also really like these. They're so cute. What do you think of these? Let me know. Let me know which one is your favorite. Pluto, these are the Sailor Uranus glasses. I got these in my prescription. I also picked up, I think these are the Chibi Moon glasses. Now these ones I got with a yellow tint to help with computer work. So anytime I'm sitting in front of my computer, I can put these on and be able to type at my computer. And these should help with eye strain in terms of blue light. So I really like these, and I also think they look super cute and nerdy. What do you think? Let me know. And of course, lastly, I have my Sailor Moon glasses with my prescription in them. So I did have a backup pair of my Sailor Moon glasses, and I wanted to get my prescription put in these as well. So now I have a backup pair of the Sailor Moon frames because I do have some original ones too. Did you hear that thunder? That was so loud. But let me know what you think. I think I'm gonna wear these Sailor Uranus ones for the rest of my video. And now I have a bag from the Pokémon Center. All of them. So I did get a few items from these Pokemon centers. I would have spent more money if they had the exclusive Pikachus, but they didn't. So I went to the, let's see, the Tokyo DX store. And at the DX store, I did not buy anything except for this very cute Vaporeon. So Eevee is one of my favorite Pokemon, and I love Eevee's evolutions too. All of them are so cute. They look like kitty cats. They're adorable, but this one is Vaporeon, and they came out with this limited edition shiny version of some of the water Pokemon, so I got Vaporeon. I also picked up a couple of Pokemon Fit plushies. Tokyo Station was the only one where I was able to get one of the exclusive Pikachus. This one was well in stock. Tokyo Station had tons and tons of this one. And Hiroshima, unfortunately, did not have the big Pikachu exclusives in stock, but they did have these small smaller keychain versions, just not the big Pikachu that I really wanted. But I got this one with a cute little spatula on it. I also picked up this one. It's probably my favorite Pikachu that I picked up, with the little lemon slice. So cute. And I grabbed this adorable Pikachu with the cute little maple leaves. Oh my god, so adorable. Look at the little deer, so cute. So these do have significance in terms of Hiroshima. So the Japanese maple leaves are a longtime symbol of Hiroshima. The lemon slice also has to do with Hiroshima because the region is super suitable for lemon cultivation, and Japan's top producer of lemons is Hiroshima, which I didn't know. There's also a lot of local love for the spatulas down in Hiroshima. So I picked up this really cute exclusive spatula down in Hiroshima. And this one may look funny, but this is actually for okonomiyaki. I also picked up this really cute keychain. It's super cool. It's really pretty. This little TSA friendly lock, couple of stickers. This was a free sticker that I got when I purchased something. And I grabbed these special coins from the Hiroshima store. So it was fun to go to the Pokemon centers and see all the different ones and see like the cool statues that they have out front of each of the different stores. But at the same time, I was very disappointed that none of them had the exclusive Pikachus in stock except for Tokyo Station. So I guess I'll just have to go back to Japan so I can go to those Pokemon centers again and find those exclusive Pikachus, because I am not paying scalper prices. But this was something that I had pre-ordered on AmiAmi, and I ended up getting her shipped to my hotel. I ended up saving a few $100s on shipping because of tariffs alone, just by shipping her to my hotel instead. So it was way cheaper to do domestic shipping in Japan, and then I just brought her home in a big suitcase. It worked out really well. So I'm gonna open her today because I've been looking forward to getting this statue for a really, really long time. I've been looking forward to this. This is a 6.5 scale painted figure of Lightning. She's from Final Fantasy XIII. I loved Final Fantasy XIII. It was so much fun. And I really like this character, Lightning. I love this like strong lead female character. So let's open the box. Let's check her out. Very excited. Okay, this is a very large box. I've been looking forward to seeing this figure for so long. Oh, look at her sword. Wow. I don't really collect figures outside of Sailor Moon. This might be my gateway into collecting other figures that are not Sailor Moon. Uh-oh. Wow, she looks so beautiful. Great stand. Okay, let's take a look at Lightning. She looks amazing. Look at her face. Her facial features are beautiful. I love the shadowing and effects going into her hair. And her uniform has wonderful, wonderful motion. The cape has lovely motion, and she looks great. Her outfit is so freaking cool, and I love the detail work on her sword. She also comes as just one piece, except for her hand with the sword, so very, very easy to assemble. She is beautiful. This makes me want to get other Final Fantasy figures because she's so pretty. Mofusand has some of the cutest plushies I've ever seen. I have a whole bunch of Mofusand plushies, and I try to collect one or two every time I go to Japan. I found a couple, and I love these because I have gotten to see Kabuki theater, and they had Kabuki Mofusands. But I was able to get this really cute Mofusand hugging a strawberry. I love that she's wearing a scarf on her head. She's like a little old lady Mofusand with her strawberry. These came out of blind boxes. I got a little dumpling Mofusand, as well as a couple of cute little keychain versions of the shark and whale Mofusands. Adorable. I did pick up some little trinkety items, like a little pouch of Mofusand with little Mount Fuji's on their head. So cute. Tokyo Tower, Mount Fuji. These are just some acrylic charms, as well as some pins that I was able to grab. These were also a couple of blind boxes. We got some little omamori. I love that Mofusand is dressed like a turtle and getting chased by a bird. Some post-its for my studio, and these are all little stationery items. More stickers. And these were freebies with purchase. I got Taurus as well as Aries. little cards, little collectible cards. I grabbed myself a tote bag because how could I not? And I like the style of this thing. It feels thick, feels like it's better quality than a normal tote bag. Lastly, for the Mofusand love, I got this figure. So this is called a Mofi figure. There are two different ones that came out in this Samanyan set. Oh my god, it's even cuter out of the box. Stop, it's so cute. Here's our little Mofusand figure. I can't. This is the cutest thing ever. I love that her eyes are shiny and she's got the shark costume on and she's holding an adorable bouquet of flowers. Oh, and it's flocked too. So I am nearing the end of my non-Sailor Moon fandom video about things that I purchased in Japan. And I wanted to show you all the goodies that I got at the Ghost in the Shell exhibition that was happening in Tokyo while I was there. So this is the bag that you get if you shop in the gift shop, which I mean, this bag alone was awesome. I would have paid for this bag just by itself. But I also did pick up a Ghost in the Shell. This is very much like a hacker type of tote bag. I love this tote bag. I think it's so cool. Just a simple tote bag, nothing special about it. I grabbed this acrylic statue of Kusanagi. Love it. This is the keychain for the exhibition. And this is a Tenugui featuring the Laughing Man, which I thought was creepy, but also really freaking cool. Yuffie's my favorite character from Final Fantasy VII, so I wanted to grab this acrylic stand. I also found this adorable artwork of Sakura. This Hello Kitty Shinkansen keychain was adorable. I had to have it. I also found Lunch. So Lunch is my favorite character from Dragon Ball. She's an old school character and not a lot of people know that she exists, but she is one of my favorites. She is the only character that I collect from Dragon Ball. So this is the Lunch SH figure art. Just like the Sailor Moon ones, she comes with different face plates and a bunch of different accessories, so you can change them out depending on how you want to display her. And I also picked up this really cute little acrylic figure of Lunch that I can put on my lunch shelf in my studio. So the last thing that I wanted to show you is probably one of the coolest non-Sailor Moon items that I picked up in Japan, and it wasn't on my wish list. So I was talking to my friend and he was raised in Japan and he knows all about the classic anime and manga, specifically the Japanese copies of these. And he was able to find me some really, really beautiful prints of Akira, which is an old classic anime that I remember watching when I was a kid. It's kind of messed up, but it's a really good anime. He also found me these printings of Ghost in the Shell, the manga. So these are all Japanese books, but that's fine because I've been learning how to translate Japanese throughout my lifetime, so I'm really excited to be able to own these. And he just brought them over and he was like, I hope you have room in your luggage because I found you these books. So these are the Ghost in the Shell manga that he gave me. So there's 3 books total. So we have I think this is the first one, and then we have number 2, volume 2, and volume 1.5. They're really, really pretty, and I can't wait to read through these. And then we have the set of Akira. He took these out of the bag and both me and my best friend were like, what? This exists? Oh my god, this is amazing. And you can tell these are classics. These are old manga. These are old printings and they're beautiful. So that is all of the fandoms that I picked up in Japan. It was a lot, but I'm really excited to add all these awesome items to my collections, to my household. All of these bring me joy in some way, shape, or form. And I was, even though it's a lot, I was pretty picky about what I was purchasing this time in Japan. I went in with a wish list. I got the things that were my grails in terms of my collection, like the Super Famicom, that was at the top of the list. And I also had time to do things like get prescription glasses, which was also really exciting because I had been wanting to do that for a very, very long time. So if you have questions about any of these items, let me know down in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe so that you see my next Sailor Moon video, which is coming up very shortly. I have a lot of exciting content to share with you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Matane!